What's up, YouTubers? MediaShinobi here. We got Jan reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of Death Parade, entitled Death March and Cross Heart Attack.
So to start off with episode 5, we are introduced to two new characters. A man who seemingly looks like he's in his 40s and a young boy. But what differentiates these two to the previous set of characters is that the 40-year-old man actually remembered being in limbo and thus started to panic and even threatened the young boy. Decim acted quickly and immobilized him, but he was actually a distraction from the young boy who was really pulling the strings, and he actually turned out to be one of the arbiters named Ginty, and the whole purpose of this episode was to test Decim whether or not he could respond properly to these types of situations where it's a little bit more obscure, and obviously he failed. And that pretty much wraps up that episode, other than the fact that we were given two new characters as well, Castra and Oculus. Oculus is the man closest to God. Castra just happens to have like a skull head helmet thing. And she seems like a system administrator. I don't know. I don't know what she is. I prefer system administrator.
Just because she has a touchscreen.
Touchscreen that, you know, keeps track of all these memories. And the other being that we got to get more insight regarding Nona and why she's in limbo to begin with. Okay, the whole time I thought her name was Nona, but apparently I'm wrong. And when I checked up on Wikipedia, it was just named Black-Haired Woman. Ona. We finally, well, know a little bit more regarding Ona, because that's the correct name. But she's human, like Scott said a long time ago. So, do you think it's gonna be like a cataclysmic kind of, I don't know, climax? Because despite the topics and the events that are happening in the series, it's actually pretty laid back if you think about it. Like, it's episodic. Yeah. You know, you just get case-by-case situations where you find out more about the story behind the characters that come by, but nothing really big, or it's not really building up to anything other than, you know, exposing more characters.
I guess climax, or a climax, I would think. Probably like a little skirmish, like what we saw between Ginte and Decim, but instead probably with Oculus.
So moving on to episode 6, we are introduced to two new characters once again. We have Harada, a teen celebrity who is part of a Japanese boy band, and we have Mayu, who is just an ordinary, I don't know, high school student who just happens to be a fan of that band as well. And they were subjected to another death game, as expected from the series, and this game was Twister, and it started off innocent, but it got more dangerous due to extreme conditions.
Isn't that how all Twister games ended?
Well, no, you just fall and then you go back to the couch.
But what if it's strip Twister?
Then you go to the couch with your hand covering your face in embarrassment, but no one really gets hurt, like falling into a pit of spikes. So we also get to find out how they die. Oh my god, this was... Am I a terrible person? Okay. Yes. Unlike the previous episodes where, you know, a character died to suicide, Mayu died by walking into the bathroom and slipped on a bar of soap, dead.
Hey man, you know, soap is like the #1 cause of stupidity.
Why would you leave a bar of soap on the floor like that? I mean, my god, don't you have bar soap handles that near the bathtub? Don't leave it on the floor. See, Harada, how he died, because he was a womanizer and his most recent relationship, he broke off with this girl who was devastated, and she committed suicide shortly after, and the sister of said ex visited him. Did they have a relationship? Well, granted, it was fake because she was trying to kill him. He wakes up to her leaving the room, and she left the present, which was a bomb in the shape of a heart. I don't know why the shape of a heart, but a bomb nonetheless, and dies. For this particular episode, I thought it was interesting that these two get to, you know, stay in limbo. Harada and Mayu they didn't go through the elevators, so they didn't go to reincarnation or the void. They just got to stick around. I mean, why? Why these two? I mean, granted, they're very interesting people.
The thing is, we don't know for sure.
Do you think they're gonna actually take these two characters and make the next episode or two about them as well, so it's gonna be continuous?
I honestly don't know. I mean, it would be interesting to have more humans if they do stick around like Ona has.
Right.
I think they would be a good match for
Ginty?
Ginty.
Right.
Like Ona's like the opposite of
Deckham, right.
Mayu and Harada are the opposite of Ginty.
But here's the thing, like you said earlier, only Mayu's in the intro, so what's gonna happen to Harada? Will he like maybe mess up in the next couple of episodes? If he's shown, which then he's now thrust into the elevator to go either to the void or reincarnation, while Mayu gets to stick around and play more Twister.
Well, technically Harada did win the game, so I'm pretty sure he will be sent to heaven or reincarnation.
Well, the guy tried to push her until she guilt tripped him, which I thought was kind of funny, but nevertheless, both did what was right in order to at least live a little bit longer.
Well, she didn't really want to live at the end.
Well, that's just because
she rather killed herself than pee in front of her island.
Okay, first of all, wow. Okay, second, if I was in that position, I would just piss my pants. I mean, I'm in it to win it.
While we were talking about that position, I honestly think that they could have just cracked down the pole. I mean, we saw Harada holding onto the pole for dear life. Well, why couldn't they just shimmy down the pole?
Well, okay, he apparently is like an excellent dancer, and that takes great conditioning to the body, so he could support himself holding on that long. She can't probably do that long unless there was more to her than meets the eye. But don't apply logic to this, because when you're in an emotional state, you can't think straight. So that pretty much wraps up our thoughts, if you could call them that. But if you guys like the video, like it. If you guys dislike it, it's completely cool. No hard feelings. Comment down in the comment section down below. We would love to hear what you guys are thinking about as of right now. And we're also open to constructive criticism as well. Consider subscribing. We try to pump out this kind of content as much as we can. Also I was doing so well! Also check us out on other social media sites such as Facebook, Google+, if anyone ever uses it, Tumblr, and other than that, that pretty much ends this video. This is Jan and Scott, 2/3 of MediaShinobi, signing out, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.
Chabo.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Chabo.
Chabo.